believe it was last week or the week before. I can't remember exactly when we did it, but we did the 2.5 gram extendo challenge. Now, I thought this was going to be a fun thing that would happen. Just a couple guys just sitting around. We had Disaster facing off against Pat Wooey. They both rolled up 2.5 grams of chronic in extendo blunts. So they had these big, long blunts that they rolled. Disaster was able to get his down considerably faster than Pat Wooey. Now, I was watching it, just kind of, narrating as I'm going. I kind of noticed a little bit of something, but I really wasn't going to say anything because, I'm trying to remain impartial here to a point. But after further review, there was, Diz beat Pat Wooey. He did get it down, but there was a big controversy that came up regarding whether or not Disaster was actually inhaling the whole time. This was a big to-do afterwards. And I'm going to be honest with you, I noticed a couple times. That's what I was alluding to before. I did notice a couple times. It looked like Disaster, who is a member of the League of Dummies, who I love. So Diz, don't get too upset about this. But when he was hitting it, I can't lose two people in one day. When he was hitting it, he would take a hit into his mouth and open his mouth. So, and there would be a big cloud that would come right out. And then he would inhale part of it back in, not the whole thing. Now, again, was the contest to get it down as fast as possible? If it was just cigar smoke the thing down and just get it in your mouth and blow it out, then he won that by far. If the contest was hardcore inhale, get it all the way in, and then blow it out, then it's questionable. Now, somebody took the time to put together a montage of Disaster smoking. And now it's a little long. I'm going to be honest with you. So we'll see if we make it through the whole thing. But it does have a pretty good, it's pretty interesting to see. So without further ado, thank you. Are we remaining anonymous, or is the person who sent it want to know? Want to come clean that they've sent it? I'll let you announce yourself if you want to, if you're here. Disaster says it's cool. Yeah, no, I know it's cool. I'm asking the person who sent it. All right, here we go. Here is this video, and I'll start playing it, and we'll see if who it is. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here is Diz. Okay, so here we go. Drew S has taken credit for the video. Drew S sent this in. So Drew S put this together. Thank you, Drew, for sending it in. I appreciate it. Here is Disaster, a montage of Disaster, not inhaling, I guess.
You literally weren't inhaling is what she's claiming. So
how are you not inhaling would be something like this. Hold on. Let's do this, Jean, Queen. Let's do this for a second here. This is...
I even noticed myself. Never. I got to be honest with you.
Let's tape back. You're gonna take back, bro.
Bro, you're gonna watch it yourself.
Every hit.
You're gonna watch it yourself. There were quite a few of them.
Bam, straight to the lungs, and then I blow out through the nose. You can look at my chest. My chest expands as I inhale in through the mouth into my chest, and then out through my nose, so I can get the blunt back to my mouth. It's called the dragon technique.
Okay,
there's something that I created.
All right, watch the tape. There's Disaster's explanation of it, and then you see he says right here, watch the tape, right? All right, here we go.
Watch the tape. Watch the tape. Watch the tape. I come from every angle. That's a technique. I'm about to give y'all some Jews right now.
Wow. That was one. That was a good one.
This is how you motherfuckers survive life, right?
Losing a lot there.
This is how you motherfuckers survive life.
And here, those are some thick
water, milk. milk tea.
I said, Diz, nobody watches the videos you put in the Discord.
Power smoke my burners. Power smoke my burners.
Holy shit.
Inhales.
Power smoke my burners.
Fucking A, this is fucking hilarious. Holy
Power
shit,
smoke my
dude.
burners.
Beat. A lot of smoke getting up in the air. Here we go.
Meat, vegetables, water, milk, tea. Meat, vegetables, water, milk, tea.
Holy fuck, that's so good. We got it again? Meat, vegetables, coffee, or tea, whatever it is. Vegetables.
Keep that timer going. That's an unofficial record.
All right, hold on. We're getting there. Just about 30 more seconds. Oh, this is so good, man. I love this.
How about this? How about weak bitches complain and cry about shit that they can't fucking think about before somebody else does something? This is the competition, bitch. How about you use every available resource to win? How about that? That's called a smart, intellectual thinker. I'm a predator, bitch.
Wow. Shots fired from Drew S. Right at Diz, but Diz, I know Diz, you appreciate some good stuff. You got to give him props for that. That was fucking hilarious, dude. That shit with the diet thrown in there, my goddamn, that was fucking hilarious, dude. My mouth hurts from smiling so hard and laughing so hard. I'm fucking dying right now. That was fantastic, dude. Good work. Very, very creative. Very, very funny. Hold on, I gotta go back and play the hook again. It's so catchy. The hook is so good. Here we go. One more time with the hook.
Meat, vegetables, water, milk, tea. Meat,
vegetables, water, milk, tea. Vegetables, water, milk, tea. Meat, vegetables, water, milk, tea. It's gonna be stuck in my head all fucking day. Oh man, that's so good. Oh man.
Keep that timer going. That's an unofficial record.
Very good, dude. Oh, good job. Good job, Drew. Yo, what's happening? Welcome to another Dumb Show. I'm another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me on issue number, I think we're on 255. Disregard the thumbnail. I did not have time to get the thumbnail set up for today. I was so busy getting everything ready for tonight's members only show. I hope you guys are as excited as I am about the members only show that's coming up tonight at a little after 8. We'll be starting that up for the kickoff of the NFL season. So while you're here, if you haven't already left because you're not a football fan, hit thumbs up. We'll get a little show in before we get over to football later on. Like I said, hit that thumbs up on tonight's video. If you aren't watching live, get your comments in. I will read those back. And of course, if you share the show, I would be grateful. That way people will learn about another dumb show other than people who are already watching. If YouTube's not sharing it, you guys got to share it. That's, you know, I learned a little bit about, I watched a couple of videos about some of these. It was actually from like a person who works at Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Hold on, my nose is running. Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Some guy who was like one of the people who, I don't know, he had something to do with how videos get moved around, and he was saying that the sharing of videos is the biggest way that your stuff will grow. So I would appreciate it if you guys took a second to, you know, share the show. Send it in a text to one of your friends. Hey, check this out. I would really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you take a second to subscribe. That will have, about 10 minutes later, you'll have access to our live chat. We call them the League of Dummies here. Shout out to Hoodie. He was the first in there using the first emoji. You got to use that first emoji to be given love for first in the chat. And don't forget, you can always download the show as an audio-only podcast through YouTube Music. Follow the show, X and Instagram, at Another Dumb Show. Speaking of the Monday Night Football, or not Monday night, it's Thursday Night Football kickoff that we're going to be doing, the members-only thing at 8. I just want to remind everybody, it is members only after 8 o'clock. So that's tier 2 and tier 3. If you're not already a member, take a second to rejoin or become a member. Go to the Another Dumb Show homepage, click join, and you can become a member. It's to have access to the members only, $3 a month. Or if you really want to help support the show, you can do $10 a month, whatever is the easiest for you. And I would greatly appreciate it. So, what was the next thing I was, Angelina, who is also a member. She's been a member, a Super League Dummy member. Big ups to her. She says, football's back, baby. That's right, it is back, and we will be celebrating it this evening. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. That's the number to call if you don't want to hang out in the chat. I would love to have you call. I pay for these damn phones, so I love when you guys call in. All right, so I think Mikey's probably sleeping still, or he might have started his bunghole thing. He's not here yet, but I know he did text me earlier. He'll definitely be on for the after show. So, or after show, the members only show that we'll be doing here in just a little bit. Some updates to what we talked about yesterday. I'll try not to cry as we get through it today, but there have been some pretty considerable updates to the Georgia school shooting. Angelina just gifted Another Dumb Show membership, and it went to B1, who actually just sweated me earlier today about gifting her a membership. So thank you, Angelina. You hooked her up. That worked out nice. All right, so there's some updates on the story to the school shooting yesterday. They did confirm that he did use an AR-style weapon in the shooting. Another interesting story is he's a new student at the school. He'd only been there for a partial day. The day of the shooting was his first full day at the school. What could possibly have been going on? So it seems like all those football reports, the stories about football players that didn't make the team or yada, yada, yada. That's a bunch of bullshit. So far from what I've seen. Here is the image they released a mugshot of Dylan. Why do I call him Dylan? Who the fuck is Dylan? Where the hell did I come up with that name? Anyway, Colt Gray is his name. He's 14 years old, and there he is. I mean, I don't know, he's got kind of weird fake dyed blonde hair. We've all been through that phase at one point. I had that awful rust blonde hair at one point myself. I don't know, he looks like a regular fucking kid to me, 14 years old. I mean, I don't know what you can tell from a picture or whatever, but there is another picture of him when he was younger that I found from just like a couple years before. Here is him when he was a little boy, so it's like 12 years old. So just, it's amazing you can see the difference in 2 years, what happens to a little boy, just a cute little boy, and then 2 years later puberty hits, and he loses his mind. Who knows? I don't. Well, obviously, you don't want the police to kill the kid. He's 14. He is being tried as an adult, but what if they're gonna? What are they gonna do? Can you give a kid a death penalty for that or whatever? I don't really even know the rules as far as all that goes. But they have him in custody, which is the good thing. You're glad you don't. He's a kid. You don't want the police to kill the kid. You know what I mean? Even though he's doing these awful things, he's a kid. Which even though I guess I don't know. I'm so kind of torn on this, but I don't know. There's something pulling at my heartstrings here because he's 14. He's a 14-year-old kid. They're calling him a deranged monster and stuff yesterday, and he definitely is not. I hate calling him a monster. He's got to be troubled. There's something wrong with this kid. You know what I mean? He's obviously mentally ill, or something triggered him, or whatever. And that's the good thing about the fact that the police didn't take him out is we'll hopefully find out some sort of motive. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these things happen, and you just assume, oh, they got bullied, this, that, or whatever, and they got picked on, they got pushed around, all that kind of bullying. I think. In the last school shooting, the kid that did the school shooting, oh no, that was the Trump shooter. The Trump attempted assassin, was Thomas Crooks. They called him, or Mike, whatever his name is, Thomas Crooks. They called him school shooter. That was his nickname around the school because he was such a fucking weirdo. Now this kid's only been there for a day and a half. What could have possibly driven this kid over the edge? Did he try to is that football story true? He did take out one of the people, I hate saying take out, he murdered one of the defensive coordinators on the football team. There was another student in there, two students, two faculty members. In fact, they canceled the Appalachia High School football game, understandably. And the team they were going to play, the Monroe Area Hurricanes, they have organized this instead. It's community prayer vigil Friday, 7:30, Purple Pit. So come together, you know what I mean? I don't know if these two schools are rivals or not or whatever, but it's good to see that the local area is just kind of coming together as a community after a horrible tragedy. So that's some good coming out of it, I guess. It sucks the football game got canceled. Trust me, that's a big deal to me. And I'm sure the kids on the football team were pretty fucking pissed, even though they lost their coach. They don't want to go play football. At least I would have. I don't know. And I guess there is a new, there's some of the other updates. Well, first off, I guess not first off, I've kind of been updating you, but the big update I saw last night was that they knew that this kid was on the radar already. The Georgia, I think it was the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. There were threatening phone calls made, not the ones yesterday, prior to the shooting, months or weeks or years before. I don't know exactly the date, but this kid had been making threatening phone calls to a school. And I believe it was the Georgia Bureau of Investigation got involved, figured out who this was. They then contacted the local authorities about it. The local authorities then went to the school and told the school about it, and nobody did anything, supposedly. There's no action taken. Trying to figure out who the blame belongs to, because there's no red flag law in Georgia where they could have gone and taken gone into the house and gotten some sort of report of somebody going to hurt themselves or hurt somebody else, so the police can actually go in and temporarily take away the weapons as they have it in Florida. They do not have that in Georgia. The closest thing they had to any sort of prevention was, once it already started, there's a new system in place where they have ID badges that have a panic button on them. So I have a story, one of the Stephen Crayenbuell, an Appalachia High social studies teacher, said his classroom was just near yesterday's shooting. I guess teachers at the school are all equipped with a panic button on the back of their ID badges. and that was the first time they ever had to use it the other day. He followed protocol, hit the button, and then prepared to either defend himself and his students with a pair of scissors in his back pocket or worse. And he went on to say, I definitely felt like death was in the room for a second. I did accept the fact that I might die. A school teacher. That's insane. So I guess some questions kind of remain about this whole thing. Where do we go from here? The panic alarm is great because that seemingly got, excuse me, my nose is running really bad right now. That panic alarm automatically sends out alerts to law enforcement officers who quickly responded and ended the shooting rampage within minutes. Now, I was under the impression that a school resource officer actually talked him down and got him to put down the weapon and turn himself in. He had shown interest in previous mass shootings, the Parkland, Florida shooting. He was interested in that. He looked it up. And again, 4 counts of felony murder he's been charged with. The gun, it was an AR-style weapon. There's no minimum age for possessing or carrying a rifle. However, the age to purchase a rifle is 18. It would have been illegal if he used a handgun, though. I guess this was, well, I'm pretty sure what he did was legal. Here's the FBI. Here's a little bit more info on that FBI tip. An FBI tip into the suspect last year was passed on to and investigated by the Jackson County Sheriff's Office in Georgia. Okay, not the GBI. In that probe, investigators spoke with the suspect and his father. However, according to the incident report, it appeared the sheriff's office found no crime warranting arrest had been committed or didn't find the suspect, then 13, to be a threat. He could have been tracked long-term by the sheriff's office, but that would depend on available resources and if the suspect kept posting threats. Well, apparently he did because he was on Discord, which is like a social media thing. We had a Discord here for a little bit here. I think that went by the wayside when other people decided they weren't going to watch anymore. And so they canceled their Discord or whatever. But he got kicked off of Discord for posting. What did he post here? I'm trying to find what he posted here. If it says exactly what he posted. He violated and he got booted from Discord in 2023 after he violated their extremism policy. The Atlanta division of the FBI confirmed the agency investigated threats made by then 13-year-old suspect Colt Gray via Discord in May of 2023. The threats, which included pictures of guns, were to commit a future school shooting, but no mention of when or where. The FBI referred those threats over to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, and then, like we said, they kind of dug into that to see. They talked to the kid, they talked to Colt, talked to his dad. The kid denied making the threats, even though there were obvious, he's typing it in Discord, it's in black and white. And the father defended having guns in the house, not defended having guns in the house, but said that the guns were safe from Colt as he did not have, quote, unsupervised access to the weapons. It was then determined there was no probable cause for arrest or any other action. So I guess that didn't work out too well because there's 4 people dead, 2 kids and I think a teacher and a football coach. So disgusting story, sad story. I do have it's getting hot though right now because the family of Colt, I do not know exactly what the relationship is. I think it's either, this is his aunt. I'm sorry. A woman named Annie Polhamus Brown posted on, I believe this is Facebook. She posts, Mikey's here. What's up, bro? Sorry about that, dude.
Buddy?
How long were you sitting there?
Oh, dude, I turned on the camera. I didn't realize we were going at 7. I figured we were going to be starting closer to the game. So as soon as I saw the alert pop up, I was like, oh, shit, I got to go grab all my Viking stuff.
Oh.
So banging shit up on the walls and putting all my hats up.
Oh, yeah, you got all that stuff.
Football gear.
Yeah, you got all your stuff hanging up now. You're ready to go. Got your AP jersey there and everything. Looks good.
And then we got
Jared Allen. Nice.
On that side.
Very, very good. All right. Well, here, let me finish up what we were talking about here.
Hanging up.
Oh shit, you got it all ducked out. Hell yeah, man. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
let's go.
Let's go. All right. Well, we'll get to some football in a little bit. Let me finish up what we were talking about here with this. This is a Facebook post from the shooter's aunt. She said they're charging my 14-year-old nephew as an adult for murder. Then she says, y'all ready to see Paul Hamus blood in full throttle? Nah, I wouldn't be either. So
Sorry.
that's okay. So they're bringing, so this is his family, which is interesting because usually in these school shooting situations and things like that, the families go dark. They don't say shit. They just completely they like that the Trump assassins family hid out. We haven't heard shit from them. They got caught going on camera to a grocery store once and we haven't seen shit. But for them to just come out and just straight up be like, we're going to fight back about this.
Well, there's a difference between paid actors and not. So,
What do you mean?
I was just making a joke about the Trump assassination. Paid actors and not knowing how to be professional.
Gotcha. I understand. I didn't really thought you were serious for a second. I was like, what? When did this turn into a paid actor thing? That was Sandy Hook, I thought. So yeah, I mean, there's really not too much more to say about that. I mean, where do we go from here? Hopefully it stops.
What was the tweet again? Sorry, I'm all discombobulated over here.
No,
still.
that's okay. It was so the aunt of the shooter yesterday, she posted a Facebook message talking about complaining that they're charging. She says they're charging my 14-year-old nephew as an adult for murder. Y'all ready to see Paul Hamus blood in full throttle? Nah, I wouldn't be either.
I don't get what's the blood gonna do in full throttle. Are they going to spill more of their own blood? Because that just sounds kind of stupid. Like,
I think that they're saying that they're going to fight trying him as an adult. I think that's what there's kind of alluding to. The way, because why preface it with that first part and then follow up with whatever.
It seems a little rednecky.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's some Georgia justice down there. I don't know. I'm assuming she's from Georgia. That's where it happened. But that's some good old boy justice is what she's looking for, I guess. All right. I have a video from a high school. We just talked about a high school and shooting. This is not a school shooting. This is let's just say if there's someone who's going to get taken out in a school shooting, you might want it to be this principal because this guy looks like a real fucking creep. Well, I hate to say it like that, but Jesus Christ. This is at, what school is this? Buhak Colony High School. Yeah, that is outside, that's in California, in Atwater, California. They have a school mascot named Thor. And they were doing a back to school rally when this happened. Play. Like he busted a nut. And then puts them in the chair. He's going to dance for him now. Funny. Very funny.
Yeah. Very funny.
Well, after he did that,
he's fired.
He was put on administrative leave, and he actually just the other day he ended up. What did he do?
Resignation.
I thought he resigned. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you noticed that Genuine's Pony was playing in the background. You couldn't really hear because of all the screaming, but while that was going on, it's just bam, 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 bam. Let's see here. I thought it said that he resigned totally, but it looks like he just moved to a different role in the school. He was placed on administrative leave after
just
the
like
August
the Catholic
16th.
Church just kind of pulled the shuffle the Buddha.
Just move him around, exactly.
Musical job positions.
He resigned his position as principal, but accepted the position of associate principal at the high school. Whatever the fuck that means. It's so fucking dumb.
Assistant to the assistant manager. Okay, Dwight.
But what's weird is it is I feel like sometimes like these teachers they get so close with these students that they feel like they can act like that. You know what I mean? Like they feel like they can
They
do.
they have to be part of like they have to be a chameleon a little bit. They have to like act a little bit young and be up to snuff on, being demure or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All that shit.
Some lady just fired off the word demure in an email to a company wide thing.
At your work?
Yeah, dude.
Was it a fun like? Was she trying to be silly though? She wasn't using it
We
like.
got
It's
we
not
got
very
a
demure.
really we got a really good review from some people or from these people, and it's nice to know we have technicians that are so professional and act so demure. And
I actually like that. I think that's pretty good to tell you the truth. That's fun. Like
I
P1 and
can't
I have been
I
having fun
can't
with it.
on one side and be like, oh my god, that was stupid email, and then get mad at this principal for trying to act young as well. That would be me definitely being a hypocrite.
Well, the demure thing is that went viral. You know what I mean? That's different. This is just straight up creepy kind of borderline strip club esque
You mean
kind of.
like, was he really trying to shoot a load, or was that just where his hands were and he couldn't? You know what I'm saying?
It looked like it to me. It looked like he was putting on a show for all the other teachers and or maybe that was, I don't know if that's a student in the mascot thing, but that makes it even more strange if it was.
I'm sure that was a student in the mascot thing.
Well, that makes it even weirder then if he's imitating blowing nuts all over
But yeah,
a student.
teachers and students definitely get way too close. There was always that one like good looking like science teacher that doubled as a volleyball coach, and all the girls were in there between every block, and like that dude would flirt with the line of professional and
Oh
not
yeah,
professional all the time.
all the male coaches were like that. If they were coaching female teams, they're all awkwardly close and hugging up on them in class and just always it's
Looking
just
back
weird.
at it now, like, and they always wanted to be volunteers for the boys teams.
Well, it's
Like all the girls would like be around the coaches all year long. So when the coach would coach like boys sports and girls sports, all the girls would like hang out and be like extras for volleyball and shag balls. Shag balls.
nah.
And do all kinds of other stuff.
That's funny. Well, the grooming is a real thing. It definitely is. There's plenty of guys out there grooming younger women to do things. I actually have a story we'll talk about probably next by the time I think we'll be off tomorrow night, but Monday we'll talk about hold on, I'm talking.
Sorry.
I'm not talking.
Jesus.
What? It must be good. What's up?
Nothing. I don't even know if this game is gonna happen.
What does that mean?
It's torrential downpour and lightning storms everywhere. The stadium's empty.
Oh, that's great. Well, we got plenty of time. We got it's not kickoff isn't for an hour, so maybe it'll clear up by then by the time they actually play, or it'll be delayed or whatever. Well, that sucks because I'm supposed to be doing my drinking game tonight. Doing my Taylor Swift drinking game tonight.
Gotta put the under on everything.
My what I was saying before was going back to the grooming thing. I have a story that we're gonna talk about on Monday. It's one of the craziest stories I've ever heard about a police officer taking advantage of a girl, and he ends up killing her.
Like
It's a crazy story. It's crazy, yeah. So we'll dive into it Monday. It will take too much time for us to go through the whole thing tonight, and I want to keep it light. I got so many
like, body cam footage and stuff like that. Like what? I can't believe I haven't heard the story yet, but it gives me some time to do a little bit of research and develop an opinion.
We'll talk about it for sure. So like I said, I want to keep it light tonight. I have all these just heavy, horrible stories that are just like about how awful men are. But I don't want to do those tonight. There's some crazy stories out there about some of this. You know what? Fuck it. Actually, we'll just talk about some of those stories because Monday we'll talk about that too. But so there are a couple stories here that I have that are just absolutely. Well, here, let me just start it off with this: how awful men can be, just on a small scale, a small scale of just how awful we can be. One sec.
Allegedly.
Yeah, no, we're awful. And I've been guilty of this exact thing before. Maybe not to the extent that it's happening, but this is a girl on an airplane.
Because nobody admits anything they've done! Living off a coffee from a pot none of you want to touch! You're the fucking dog!
So it's some female rage. Are you seeing the manspreading that's happening right here?
I think it's fake.
No, I don't think it is. It was a girl because it was just randomly in the middle of her TikToks. Like because I saw her page. It wasn't like she's some influencer doing all kinds of goofy stuff to get attention. It's just a chick in her TikTok. And so this is just her getting all salty because now I've been the guy on the left where I ride that line because the arms in between, that's the cutoff point. You know what I mean? You got to stay in between those arms.
Get the back side of them or the front side. You know what I'm saying? You lean forward and you can lean on the front of them. The person next to you can kind of get the back of them.
That's to the elbows. Now, if we're talking legs down here, you got to keep it in between the seat in front of you.
You stay in the lanes. Yes, absolutely. That's ridiculous. But I still think the way he's like pushing her over and everything like that, and the way her camera's out, like, I don't know. It just seems fishy to me.
It just seems like this is a thing that why we think women are just making this up? I think it's happening too frequently.
I think it happens sometimes, but I think a lot of women make it up and make these stupid TikToks and stuff like that. There was a man that left a $1 bill on my windshield, and he followed me around the parking lot.
Those are stupid. But I don't know. I mean, this is like I said. I saw her page. It's just regular TikToks and reposts of other TikToks. It's not like she's an influencer or something like that. It's just a regular girl. So I don't think it's fake.
One.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. All right. So that was just a little drip of how awful men can be. This other stories I have, where did it go? Did I lose my stories? There's a couple of them. Well, I have 3 of them, and I kind of prefaced one of them, and we're going to dive more into that one next week because it's a little bit crazy. But I have 2 stories about awful husbands. There's a man in France, Mikey, and I don't know if you guys have heard this story yet. It's mind-blowing. This story about this guy in France and what he did to his wife is absolutely atrocious. I've never heard of such a... this is something that would be in a horror film. A shocking case in France. It just went to trial. It centers around a 71-year-old man who is accused of inviting dozens of strangers to rape his drugged wife in their home.
Jesus Christ.
Dominique Pellicot is accused of using a website to enlist strangers for sex with his wife, and prosecutors say he filmed the rapes, which occurred while his wife was knocked unconscious. Can you believe this story?
That's filthy, man. That's going to be a crazy Netflix documentary.
Just wait, because he did it, allegedly brought home 83 men. 83 different men to do this to his wife.
Obviously over a period of time and shit like that. But still,
over nearly a decade. Do me a favor, dude. Turn your headphones up. I don't think you can hear me. No, your actual cans. Can you turn those up? Because we keep interrupting each other. I think you aren't hearing me.
I'm all fired up tonight. That's me. I'm just out of the cannon. I napped. I had a couple Red Bull. Like, I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right, good. So yeah, it did go on for over nearly a decade. Not over a decade, nearly a decade, and the guy also kept a nude photo of his own daughter on his phone. So the guy
this dude is definitely a giant piece of shit and scumbag and deserves to die and everything like that. But not at the same time, not victim blaming or anything like that. But what are you doing hanging out for over a decade while this occurs?
She had no idea that it was occurring. she'd been
You
being
kidding me,
drugged.
dude? You ain't waking up. You can't wake up in the morning and be feeling sore, be walking funny, and be dripping all kinds of oozy shit. Like,
How would she know? She just thinks she's got some discharge and she is maybe something's going on with her down there. Like I mean, what would make you possibly think that you got raped in your sleep while you were unconscious? I'd be more kind of weirded out, like more concerned about why do I keep passing out? Like, what is going on where
well,
I'm
yeah,
passing
that too.
out
Like,
that bad?
there's so many like red flags here. Like, was he threatening to like kill her? Was she like a hostage? That's more along the lines of like what I'm going down. Like, I just don't understand how like you'd obviously have some type of deal. Like, if every Friday night, he's giving you your special dinner and you come to every Sunday at 7 p.m., it's kind of suspect.
It is a little weird, but based on all the evidence around this guy, even the way they found him, it seems like this happened because they discovered
Oh, I'm not
thousands.
doubting that. This guy's a piece of shit, and the fact that he had a picture of his daughter and stuff on his phone is just like the icing on the cake, dude. Dude.
Not only that, he had thousands in videos and photos of the alleged incidents of the abuse, and then also he got caught. The only way he got caught, the way this happened, is because he was going around supermarkets shooting upskirt videos. This guy is like talk about a sex, like being addicted to sex or being a fiend or whatever, just an absolute deviant.
Yeah, this dude is definitely a rapscallion.
Yeah, he makes me feel normal. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm such a creep. It makes me feel like a normal dude. But no, this is obviously an awful,
that's
awful
atrocious,
story.
man. That's absolutely just.
And,
Like,
well, I got one.
I don't
You
know
tell
how it
me.
works. Like, what's he like charged with? Like, is he looking at the? I don't know if they have the death penalty there or what.
I don't know why. I don't know what what he's facing. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me pull it. I just closed the story. I'm sorry. Let's see what the charges are. It just says he's accused of.
And you say there's a daughter. Where's the daughter when all this is happening?
They're pretty old, so she looks like. I imagine she's probably grown. They're old folks.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you said 71 years old. And who knows, man? This lady could be suffering from some type of Alzheimer's or dementia or something, and she may not all the way like be there, and it's like taking advantage on a whole nother level. Like this is just absolutely horrible, dude.
They have 50 of the men that they've been able to track down, and they're charging 50 of them with rape. So in addition, Pellicott also got. They didn't say they're not, in this news story I'm reading. It doesn't say exactly what he's being charged with, but it's in France, so I'm sure they have all kinds of different rules and names for assaults or whatever. So, okay, so there's that story about. So we got 2 in a row about how awful men are. Now
1.5.
Yeah,
I still don't buy the first one.
you don't buy the. Okay, 1.5. All right, we'll agree on that one. Now, I have a story. This one might be worse. You tell me which one's worse. A
Worse
horrifying
than the one we just did.
Yeah.
That's like, dude. That's like near like the on the Mount Rushmore most disgusting foul things I've ever heard. Like,
well,
enlighten me.
A horrified woman discovered her husband of over 20 years had been repeatedly raping her with household objects whilst she was asleep after he found all the hideous images on his computer. The Dublin man, 49, was found guilty by a jury earlier this month for 11 counts of sexually assaulting his wife in their weird Europe dudes, right? Those are the guys that are in all that Scheisse porn and all that weird stuff too. I mean, that's where all that German weird scat stuff is and all that. That's weird, man. The woman, it happened in her home between January of 2005 and September of 2014. So again, another one of these 10-year-long just cycles of abuse. And she said it was like a bomb went off in her head when she found the perverse, indecent, hideous images that were stored on her husband's computer.
How hard do these women sleep in Europe?
What's in the food over there? What are they knocking these chicks out with?
No, dude.
No, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's different rules about what you could get in pharmacies or something. And maybe they have some sort of anesthetics that can like maybe chloroform or ketamine or chloroform or whatever.
GHB squared.
It just says that the wife was unconscious and unable to give her consent when the husband carried out the rape. So I'm assuming using shampoo bottles or other household objects or whatever is, she's not going to consent to that, period. Maybe your ex-girlfriend, though. She probably would have been okay with that shampoo bottle. See if you can get that in backwards. Bottom end first.
That wouldn't have been a problem with anything. Are you kidding me? Put a fucking 1.75 liter handle. We could have put one of them buzz balls up there.
So, that's it. Obviously, there's not too much more we can say about that story other than men are awful. So I just found two of them, three of the worst stories I've heard about men all just came across in the last couple weeks. I just...
Okay. I thought you were going plain video is one of the worst videos you've seen.
No, the one with the cop and the girl, and it's crazy. So
you're the one that we're gonna get into.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll dive into that on Monday. It's a crazy story. Speaking of crazy stories, now we talked about awful men. Now I have
let's talk about some awful women.
I have a video of an awful woman, just an awful thing that this woman is doing. I will never understand. Here, I'm going to play this video. And some people watch this video and they'll be like, oh man, I love this chick. But I saw this video and made me fucking mad is all I can say. Here is Katy Perry talking about her relationship with Orlando, what's his face?
One of my love languages is acts of service.
Bloom,
so
yeah.
it's like if I come downstairs and the kitchen is clean and you've done it all and you've done all the dishes and you've closed all the pantry doors, you better be ready to get your sucked. I mean, literally, that is my love language. I don't need a red Ferrari. I can buy a red Ferrari. Just do the dishes.
I'm obsessed.
I will suck your. It's not easy. Sorry. Don't you know?
It's facts.
It's facts. And even when we went on a couples retreat, they're like, which guy has more sex? The guy that drives the Ferrari, the red Ferrari, or the guy that helps out with his wife every night in the kitchen? In the kitchen was the answer. In the kitchen.
Why in the world are these two things associated with each other? I will never, ever understand what the association between washing dishes and having sex with your partner. Two things that have nothing to do with each other. Nothing at all.
Yeah, it's like she said though, it's active service for him. Like his love language is getting BJ's, her love language is an act of service. So to helping her out, to taking the initiative to do some type of help around the house, to recognize that whatever, you know what I'm saying?
The thing that turns you on about your partner is the way they look. Should just be initially enough to get you turned on, in my opinion. You know what I mean? That should just be, you should be able to just go at all times just because you're that attracted to the other person. That, in my mind, is the way that works.
See, it doesn't work in my mind that way. There's other things that people can do and act and stuff like that that'll turn more than the way they look.
B1 bought me a Ferrari, I wouldn't be turned on by it. Why would I buy her a Ferrari and it turns her on? Okay, see what I'm saying? This doesn't make sense. Yeah, if she did the dishes,
the buying things wouldn't do that. The buying things wouldn't do that for me either. But if I came home and there was a dinner made and my laundry was folded and all this shit and everything was all taken care of, dude, I'd be like, oh hell yeah. It would kind of turn me on a little bit. Oh good, you took the initiative, you took a bunch of work off my plate.
See, I don't get that because I'm already going to be turned on. I don't need her to do shit for me to be turned on and want to fuck.
So your love language is different then. It's your
I feel like this is I'm normal. I feel like I'm normal and it's abnormal to associate sex and chores. That is, to me, is just, it is such a...
You've got this you've got this huge giant like chip on your shoulder of any type of like chores or having to do things from like when you were a kid, like the mowing the lawn and all that stuff. Like you've got this giant like block in front of it.
That could be. You're right. You're right. I do. I do not like. Well, I don't like being told what to do. Is probably the main thing. But they came out of that, and I don't like. I mean, I was a little slave around my house and stuff, so I was always like that, and I hated it. But I can't. To me, that's that's just like the dishes need to get done. They're gonna have to get washed. Either I do it or you do it, or we do them together. They get done either way. They're gonna need to get done. What does that like? Were you turned on because of the like? I didn't get turned on because of the food you made. I got turned on by the way you were walking around shaking your ass while you were making the food, or the little short shorts you were wearing.
The effort in making the meal and all that. Like
See, I just feel like that's
so
kind
much
of
more than just like looks to me. Like that don't make a difference. Like,
but
I'm
we're
already
talking
attracted to
sex
that
here.
person.
Like it's like sex
Yeah,
wise.
but there's other things other than looks that turn me on.
Oh, see, that's foreign to me. It doesn't. I'm thankful and I appreciate.
It's black and white for you. It's a lot more open for me.
That's and I have a hard time even wrapping my head around that because it's if somebody does something nice for me, I'm thankful and appreciative, not like, oh, my dick is hard. So that doesn't even make even a little bit.
And I'm appreciative for what you did. So now I'm gonna munch your box until you make a mess of the kitchen floor and have to clean it up.
I'll do that if the wind blows. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing with me. Like,
yeah, but you also talk about being Neanderthal and everything like that. You could just drag a girl back to the cave with drag her by her hair and
yeah, only with her consent. If that's what she's into, I'll drag her by her hair if that's what she wants. But so no, I don't get that. I never have been able to figure it out. It's primarily comes from, it's interesting to hear that from a dude's point of view because it's primarily women who kind of project that idea, as it was in Katy Perry's case there. So it's interesting to hear your take on that because I was not expecting that. So, all right, let's play a few more videos and then we will wrap it up because I think we're gonna start a little bit after 8. I got to get all my beers and everything ready for the Taylor Swift drinking game that we're doing tonight. So just a reminder to everybody, Mikey, I tweaked the game. It was all over the place. The game was all over the place. So hold on, I got somebody calling actually. Let me take this phone call real quick before we move on to that. Tessa, you're on another dumb show. Tessa, what's up? Hello? Oh no, the phones are being weird. Call right back, Tessa, if you can hear me. Call right back. I'm an idiot. I never rebooted them today. I was too busy doing other stuff and I got to reboot it every time we do this. Call back in a sec, Tessa, if you can. Give me about 1 minute while this reboots. In the meantime, I will go back to what we were talking about with the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce drinking game that's going to be going on during the Chiefs Ravens game tonight. We have 4 different, Mikey, I knocked it down to 4 different things. Okay. So I'm going to take a sip because I'm going to be trying not to just drink and drink and drink. I'm going to try to do it as a game because otherwise I'm going to get,
the game goes on.
I'm going to get obliterated. Tessa, the phone should be working if you want to try calling back on. So anytime Travis Kelce.
Drinking a side beer while playing beer pong.
Exactly. So, which I did. But anytime Travis Kelce, anything happens, he's going to be on the field the whole time. But say they cut to him up close, any close shots of Travis, any Travis catches, Travis penalties, Travis fumbles, Travis anything, I'm going to take a sip. So he's essentially going to be on the field a lot. And if I feel like, so that also gives me, if I want to take a sip when they're on offense, I can do it at any time. So that's the good news there. Now, we also then have chug beer. All right. Chug beer is anything Travis non-football related. So like we
Yes.
talked about last night, they show him out at a club, they show him doing a new TV show or a commercial or anything like that. And this is during the game, not during breaks. I will have to chug a beer. Anything Travis Kelce non-football related. Then I will also chug a beer if there is a shirtless Jason Kelce, because there's going to be lots of Jason Kelce, I'm sure. But the shirtless
Cut
one,
out the liquor.
yeah, a little bit. Well, I'll get to that in a sec, actually. Anytime Taylor is on camera, what's the matter?
Oh, nothing. It looks all cleared up now.
We're going to play football. Okay, good. Anytime Taylor Swift is on camera, not just references or whatever, but when she's on camera, I will do a shot.
Okay.
So, and then if they show a picture of Taylor and Patrick Mahomes, that's a shot and I chug a beer.
Okay.
All right, so I tightened it up a little bit because I was looking at it from yesterday. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is so fucking
We
confusing.
had a lot of rules. Yep.
Yeah, it was a little nuts. So we'll stick to that.
We're gonna have some fun tonight. I haven't touched anything bigger than a 10 milligram gummy in about, I don't know, months, and we're gonna start with a 50 piece. Okay.
A 50 banger, and you're going to smoke that big thing. Nice. So that should kick in. That should kick in about 20 minutes, half hour. All right. Let's see.
Oh shit! I got to order my pizza too. So I'm gonna have to eat on the pod tonight.
No, I probably figured I was going to end up doing that too, especially because I'm drinking. We may end up doing some eating, ordering some. That's kind of the cool thing about the members only shows. They're real loose. They're just literally like we're hanging out together. Like so, if George is around tonight and George wants to hop on, I think I got a box put together to where we could throw George up there like that if we wanted to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I got all kinds of stuff.
Own little like Manning cast.
Yes, exactly right. That's exactly right. The only thing we do is we obviously can't show the game. So I'll be able to listen to it in one ear and listen to the show in the other ear. So I'll be able to hear you, Mikey, and then be able to hear what's going on with the game.
Oh, good. And we can pause and rewind a little bit with the way we got Peacock set up.
Yeah, I
So
have
we
that.
can be
I
perfectly
logged
in
in.
sync.
Do you want to try local and see if it syncs up locally first, and then we'll try the.
I prefer to do the Peacock stream because it's higher quality.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Mike. Yeah, because I did notice.
We can either way.
Yeah, it's 1080. I'm only getting 1080i coming in on the local channels. I thought they were broadcasting 4K.
They normally do, but yeah, I just switched over to the local, and it looks like garbage compared to streaming.
Yeah, it's weird. I wonder why it. I thought because I was under the impression that they stream everything they broadcast everything in 4K, and that an actual antenna should be able to pick up 4K, and some of them are supposedly even 8K, which I don't think my TV can't handle, but 4K would be pretty cool. Let's see here. All right, let me see what other videos I had.
An 8K TV the other day. I've got TV fever.
You do have TV fever. You love getting new TVs. All right, let's see what I got here for us today. Oh, sorry, that was yesterday. Now, Mikey, are you you're a Vikings super fan? Have you ever considered?
What makes you think that?
Have you ever considered doing anything like this to your vehicle? Oh, and I gotta mute this. I can't play the song because it's a Sabrina Carpenter song. But this is the Sab Cab. This is some guy who is so into the pop star Sabrina Carpenter. He's put a wrap on his back window. He named his car the Sab Cab and said, "Honk if you love espresso," which is the name of her first big single that was out a couple months ago. So this girl just follows him around or whatever. And I wonder if this kind of thing will pay off for him, because if this will go viral a little bit, it'll get back. It went viral a little bit. It's going to get back to Sabrina Carpenter's people. And she's not like she's a star, but she's not like mega star.
Is now going to be on a list.
Yeah.
Of people to not allow around her.
Oh, see, it is a dude. It is a weird looking, not a weird looking dude. He actually is kind of I think I have a picture of the guy.
But yeah, I've absolutely thought about that. I've even priced out a vinyl wrap for the car in purple because I think the I think the Crown Vic would look dope in a deep purple wrap.
Yeah, well, it'll look good on their car for sure. This is the guy. He does not, he's a good looking dude, actually. He's not bad looking at all. So, but I guess
Shoot
good looking
the shot.
dudes.
I like it.
Yeah, good looking dudes can be creeps too. Yeah, but yeah, shoot your shot, bro. Good for you. Hell yeah, good luck. I hope it pays off. I hope he just gets some tickets, if nothing else. I mean, look what happened with B1 and all the stuff that she just did. She made one little video for Ellen and ended up getting invited out there afterwards. You know what I mean? So it's that kind of shit can happen. You never know. They have these PR teams. They anything they think will go viral, they're gonna do it. Oh, this one's great, Mikey. Oh, real quick. You love conspiracy theories. Did you see this?
I do.
There is some new, I don't know what kind of money you've got these days, but check this out.
It was a day that changed America forever. November 22nd, 1963, Dallas, Texas. The motorcade of President John F. Kennedy makes its way through the city, capturing the hopes and dreams of a nation. But now, over 60 years later, an extraordinary discovery brings us a fresh perspective. This rare, never-before-seen 8mm color film reveals a new angle of history, picking up moments after the Zapruder film. Secret Service agent Clint Hill clings to the back of the limousine, shielding First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy, draped over her stricken husband in that unforgettable pink suit. The car reaches speeds of 80 miles per hour, and in a desperate moment, Hill is said to have turned to the follow-up car and signals a grim thumbs down, a silent gesture of despair. Soon to be featured in an upcoming auction, this footage stands as a powerful reminder of that dark day in American history, offering us one more piece of the puzzle, a rare glimpse into the moments that followed, now brought to light for the world to see.
So there you go. It's going to auction, Mikey. You got any extra cash to pick up that? Oops, sorry.
No, I can't stand that guy's voice.
It was so bad. Horrible voiceover actor. It made me think to myself.
And the lip smacking and oh my God, it sounded like he was chewing cud. Dude, it was disgusting.
I can't say anything about lip smacking. I'm still guilty of doing that constantly. But
There's
this dude,
nothing like that, dude. That was horrible.
his was really bad. I didn't even like the tone of his voice or the way he was reading. I didn't like anything about it. They could have gotten an AI guy to do it better.
What's his name? The governor of Minnesota, Jesse the Body Ventura.
It did sound like Jesse the Body. You're right. I picked up on that too, actually, now that you mention it. Let's see here. What video did I just drag in here? Oh, this one's pretty good. Mikey, when are influencers going to learn to stop doing dumb shit?
Never. I hope they never do because they create good content when they do dumb shit and try to prank the wrong people. And
well, I got another video. This one is, just her being stupid. Check out this girl standing by train tracks.
Oh! She's okay. She's okay.
She'd be all right. Oof.
Oh, God damn. I love the girl standing here with the blue, just like,
It's just oh my God. Thank you, TMZ.
Her hand, is there like blood on her hand or something?
I couldn't tell. Hold on one sec. Let me put Tessa on hold. Tessa, I'll grab you in a sec here. There's the slow-mo shot. Let me cut back to it, sorry. Here it is in slow motion. Poof.
Oh, it looks like she didn't get hit by something like protruding off the train, though.
Yeah, no, I think the train was just wider at that spot than the front of it was, and she just misjudged how wide it is. Oh man, that is some force. That is some force that chick went down with. Ouch. Oh, by the way, that video I played of the train the other day, the truck on that train tracks. Remember that video I played the other night? I
think so.
It was a truck that started to go across the tracks and then
Yes, yeah.
Like stopped and then went right as the train went. I get dinged for copyright on that. I just got some random video off of Twitter. And then also the Ricky Pearsall video. Both of those got dinged for copyright infringement. I was like, what? Because I think there's this company called Storyful that buys like I'm sure you've seen, brought to you by courtesy of Storyful at the top. They buy videos from people and then they make them copyrighted, so they will make all the money on it. So I think that's what Storyful bought those two. Tessa, you're on another Numb Show. What's up, Tessa?
Hi.
How are you?
Okay. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. It's good to hear your voice.
Oh, you're the first person I've ever heard that from. Chiefs or
Tessa's got a
Ravens?
cute voice.
Thanks, Mikey. Chiefs or Ravens, boys?
Chiefs or Ravens? Ooh, let's see here. I am actually going to go. I'm rooting for the Chiefs, obviously, because I don't want the Ravens to win. But I think it's going to be a good game. It's all going to come down whether or not the Ravens can run the ball. They got new offensive linemen in there, and I know they got Derrick Henry, but it's all going to matter. Can this new offensive line kind of come together out in front of Derrick Henry? I know he'll get his yards really either way. But if they don't shut him down, if the Chiefs, or if he's able to run the ball, Chiefs might be in trouble, because then that's going to open up for Lamar. You know how it goes. That's how, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and then Lamar Jackson takes over and starts ripping off 50-yard runs or 50-yard passes. And
I think Chris Jones destroys him tonight now that he's lost this 20 pounds of muscle.
Who, Chris Jones?
Yeah. No, I think it's I can't never pick against the Chiefs, especially opening night, banner night, everything like that. I'm definitely going Chiefs. I'm not a Ravens guy, so I just never really liked the Ravens, anything like that. I think it's going to be interesting to see what Derrick Henry looks like in a different uniform. Yeah,
I think he's going to look good in that. He's going to look sleek in that Ravens purple. If they're in the dark perps, I don't know about in the white unis. I don't know what they're wearing. Have you seen it yet? Did they come out yet?
I'm rocking. Yeah, I'm watching them all warm up right now. They're in the whites.
The Ravens are in the whites. Okay, because I think he's going to look slick in that purple, because he's like just this big. Because he's big, but he's also long and lean, kind of. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I can't believe it went from being like pitch black.
All right, bye, Tessa. Thanks for calling on. It's good to hear from you. Oh yeah, who do you pick?
Bye. Oh, I think the Chiefs are going to win.
Chiefs, good call, good
Can't
choice.
pick the old Browns. That's not fair.
I know. You can't pick the Ravens. Fuck them. All right, bye, Tessa.
Bye.
That's great. All right, shit. It's 8:00, so let's do this. We're gonna wrap it up. Then we'll come back, and there's really not going to be like any kind of recap when we come back. It's just going to be literally
8:40. Okay.
8:40. They moved it back to 8:40.
Yes, they did move it. Yep, because the lightning storm and everything like that. All right. Perfect. Now I can order my pie.
Okay. Well, shit. That actually will give me a little bit of time to get something ordered then too. And then why don't we do this? Let's take about a half hour to get ourselves organized, and then we'll be back live right at 8:30. No recap, anything like that. It'll just literally pop right up at 8:30, and we'll be ready to rock for 8:40. And we'll start drinking.
You put in any, you going to talk about, you going to put in any bets or anything like that?
Part of why I want to take this time here, because I got to get all my bets in, because I forgot to do it before the show.
Just to give you a heads up, do you primarily use DraftKings?
Yeah.
DraftKings has a couple really decent like prop bets right now too.
Sweet. Awesome.
More than 7 points scored in the first quarter is boosted to plus 130, which is a pretty decent bet. And then Travis or Derrick Henry or Travis Kelce, either or scored a touchdown is boosted to plus 100 as well. So those are pretty much lock bets.
That's those are easy money. That's
$10 on each one of those ones, and then I'll go over my 4-pick parlay that I think is gonna fucking.
Perfect.
I referred somebody today, so I got 100% profit boosts.
Oh, I got to get one of my. I love getting all the. I'm gonna see one of these days, one of these times, Mikey. I'm gonna hit on these where I pick the week, where I pick all the games for the week. I'm gonna hit it one of these times. I'm telling you, or I'll do like half of the games and put like $10 on, and you get like a $500-$600 return on something that's a doable thing in my mind. I feel like I can nail that one of these times.
I do that like once a year because we, like I said, we also do an NFL Pick'em league, and at least once a year I have 1 week where I am perfect.
Gotcha. All right. I got to do this. All right, so let's do this. Let's wrap it up. Just a reminder, guys, it's not just football tonight. I'm going to be doing a Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce drinking game. I will be drinking beers and doing shots whenever there's a couple different things that happen. Whenever Travis does anything, whenever we have a non-football related Travis, a shirtless Jason Kelce, anytime Taylor's on camera, anytime we got a Taylor and a Patrick Mahomes connection, I will be getting lit tonight. So I look forward to doing that.
Brittany Mahomes stuff too. Then
I kind of figure that that'll get lumped into the Taylor and Patrick thing. I think because that's the only picture I think is the four of them together. To be honest with you, I don't know if there's a just Taylor and Patrick together. I think it's a foursome, so I'm going to get nailed on that one if I do. So, all right. So I'll have you guys. We'll keep track of it down at the bottom here. I'm going to be able to. We'll keep track of how many beers and how many shots I'm doing throughout the show. And I see there's quite a few guys who are not members that are hanging out in the chat. If you guys want to come hang out for the members only, I'd love to have you guys there. Let me see this real quick. I thought I had. Oh, here we go. Here's 5 free. There you go. There's 5 free. And here's 5 more free.
ooh,
There you go, guys. So there's 10 free memberships.
Guys, let's have some fun tonight.
Yep. I don't know what tier level those show up, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's 1 or 2 or whatever, but even if it's number 1, then you can upgrade to level 2 and it's only going to cost you $1 a month. So it works out well for everybody. So drop that $3. Come hang out with us on the members only show. I'd love to have you guys. And we will see you officially at 8:30. Mikey, I love you. I'll talk to you then.
Love you too, buddy. See you soon.
All right, see you soon. All righty, guys. We will see you guys at 8:30. I'm out of here. See you.